fought the rest, now try the best!
It's been about 8 days since Eddie released, and also the patch notes alongside him released. Now, since then, it's been chaos all over the place. When players first put their eyes on the patch notes, everyone did just like me. We read through it, we tried to figure out this, we tried to figure out that. But this is the thing about the patch notes. I feel like it never gives a true indication for what the game is really like. I don't know why, it just doesn't. You can read that whole entire paper, but then for specific things, when you just gotta play the game to experience it. And that's what happened. When it went live, players went in there, they tried to play it, they tried to do their combos, their setups, their Oki, and it was chaos everywhere. Wall combos wasn't working, balconies wasn't breaking, ground like combos weren't working. For some odd reason, character backdash was all of a sudden broken. Like, the patch was absolute madness, and players spent the next like 2-3 days complaining about it. Everyone kind of died down now, and they went back to just complaining generally about Tekken. Like, I try to put screenshots in my videos to give you an understanding of what other people are saying, but just know that it is a fraction of what's being said. Players, at least on Twitter, are not happy with the current state of Tekken 8, and that's excluding just this balance patch. This balance patch and everything Bandai Namco's doing with mods, I have a video that I want to make about that. Subscribe. But it's like the tip of the iceberg. Players are really starting to roll their heads with Bandai Namco and what they're doing with this game. So much potential, and it's being squandered. And I know there's a lot of people who are saying, hold on, this is the vanilla version of the game. It will be good in 2 years. People who say that, bro, you really expect people to wait 2 years for the game to be good? At that point, you should have never released it. You should have released it in 2027 at that point. And then also, I'm getting really deep into this. And then also, Harada said he hopes to release Tekken 9 at the same time as the PS, what is it, 6? So that's like 5 years away. So you mean to tell me we're going to have 3 years of Tekken 8 being good, 2 of them being trash? Okay, focus. The reason why I wanted to make this video was to talk about this tweet here that the developers put out a couple of hours ago. It says, "Fighters, we have confirmed the following unintended character behaviors in patch 1.0301. We're currently working on the following 6 issues and will be releasing a patch to fix them soon." Now, seeing the number 6 upsets me because there's so many. I could name 6 problems with Yoshimitsu alone, and that's the point that I'm trying to make. Is like, for Tekken 7 there was so many different characters who never got fixed. If your character wasn't one of the characters that the top guys complained about, the developers would turn a blind eye to them. And it's kind of happening again where, yes, we all want these problems to be fixed, but the developers are only fixing those things and nothing else. I mean, I hope after Evo, the balance patch they do really fix the game, because it's just not good right now. So let's take a look at the 6 things that they're fixing. 1. Zafina, due to her animation data changes, backdash distance is shorter than expected. I don't know what they did for Zafina, and I don't know how her backdash got clapped because of it, but they're fixing her backdash. They're trying to make it better and greater, and that's good, I guess. Number 2, tornadoes. The collision detection between characters and walls has been adjusted to address the issue of players slipping through the opponents and whiffing when performing a rage art after executing a tornado near a wall. However, this has made certain existing combos inconsistent. So this is kind of the big one that players were memeing on. One of the big ones. To explain this very simply, they added more airtime, hang time to the air tornado. And they did that to fix some things like they said here, but then they broke other things because of it. Consistent combos, which is a killer in Tekken 8. I saw FDX on Twitter saying he got demoted because of this. That's how massive it is. You drop a combo, your opponent is going to tech roll immediately and start clapping cheeks. Honestly, bro, the fact that they're taking this long to fix it, I'm like, what are you guys doing? Number 4, Azazina. Espresso aggression. A countermeasure against this attack was initially implemented, balancing adjustments in version 1.03, okay, whatever, with the assumption of evading, sidestepping, and then counterattacking. However, the current difficulty in executing counterattacks. So they kind of stop there, but basically what they're saying here is when you do the running 3-2 whatever, if the 3 doesn't land, the 2 will not come out, and you're supposed to be able to sidestep and punish her, right? But she floats in the air. That 3 just hovers away, and then you can't touch her. So when I seen this, I immediately thought it was one of those, like, you know, tricky balancing shenanigans that they used to do back in Tekken 7 with Akuma, where they say they nerfed the character, but then he's not really nerfed. He can still do death combos. You can boot up Tekken 7 right now, and he can still do a death combo, even though they tried to nerf it 10 times. Like, I think this kind of behavior also needs to end in Tekken 8. When players identify one move, it's one move we're talking about here, yet they refuse to nerf that one move. I don't understand. Like, bro, the character has like 60, 70 other moves that's obnoxious. Can you just take out this one move so we can like move around and play the game? I don't understand it. The ability to activate Heat Dash despite whiffing in specific countermeasures, that's one. And then two, the behavior of the opponents when Heat Dash is activated under certain circumstances and deviate from expectations. Something weird happened. Like when Eddie did his Heat Dash, it wasn't like every other character's Heat Dash, and they're basically gonna fix it to where it operates like every other character's Heat Dash. Eddie's dash and backdash. The occurrence of unattended dashes or backdash. Now this one is interesting. So Eddie is really changed in Tekken 8. He's a totally new character. And as a result of that, his movement is also different. In Tekken 7, he had one of the greatest backdashes in the whole game because of his weird like side walking animation or whatever. But in Tekken 8, he doesn't have that anymore. But players quickly discovered if you dash forward and then dash backwards, you can still get that same Tekken 7 backdash distance. It looks exactly like Tekken 7. So that's what they're going to buff. They don't want people to be back. This is the thing, right? They don't want you to play defense at all. And even though this takes some level of difficulty, and also like you're dashing forward to back up, and if your opponent hits you while you're doing that, it's a free hit. But even though you have that risk involved, that skill involved, they don't want you to do that. So they're going to buff it, or they're going to nerf it to where you can't dash forward, dash backwards to get that big backdash, and you can't do that. Now, a few things that I'm noticing that they aren't tackling in this. One, the rage arts are still broken. When you do a crouch grab against opponent's rage art, you are not frozen in time. You can hit them, you can sidestep, you control, you can do whatever. Counter hit grab, destroy them. Rage arts are still broken, and according to this list, it's not being tackled. That's one. But then two, I don't know if they said anything about Devil Jin here. Devil Jin, they changed this Heaven's Gate, and that is what broke all of the balconies, the floor breaks. So I don't know if they will fix that either. It's not listed. 6 things that they're tackling, and there's 2 major things that's missing, but then also there's a litany of other issues that's just scattered all around that they're not fixing. I don't know when this update's supposed to happen. They didn't say. They just said it's coming soon. Soon could be next week, soon could be 3 weeks, right? They could drop this right before Evo Japan. It seems like they got bigger fish to fry when it comes to like mods and stuff, so their priorities is elsewhere.